What's up, mis queridos artistas. Espero que estéis pasando un día fenomenal. Una de las maneras más rápidas de avanzar en esta carrera y en cualquier ámbito de tu vida es ver y aprender de aquellas personas que tienen los resultados que a ti te gustaría tener. Por ejemplo, en mi caso como actor, lo que más me va a ayudar a mí es mirar buenas interpretaciones, lo que es un buen trabajo interpretativo. Por eso os he preparado unas cuantas escenas de algunas películas muy conocidas para que podáis verlas y aprender de ellas. Y al final lo bueno sería que os miraras la peli entera. Os recomiendo mucho este ejercicio porque siempre me lo han recomendado a mí de las personas que he aprendido, las cuales ya están trabajando de esto. Nada, ahora a disfrutar y espero que lo aprovechéis mucho. Y recuerda, nunca dejes de crecer.
Words and language. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world. Now, see that look in Mr. Pitt's eye? Like 19th century literature has nothing to do with going to business school or medical school, right? Maybe. Mr. Hopkins, you may agree with him, thinking, yes, we should simply study our Mr. Pritchard and learn our rhyme and meter and go quietly about the business of achieving other ambitions. I have a little secret for you. Huddle up. Huddle up! We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race, and the human race is filled with passion. Now, medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. To quote from Whitman, "O me, O life of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, what good amid these, O me, O life?" Answer, that you are here, that life exists and identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. The powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be?
No.
Are you a guest?
No, I'm a bum.
There are no bums. There are only the financially challenged.
No, I'm a bum. But bear in mind, I'm a Harvard bum.
You must be the logical result of an open admissions policy.
No, sir. My presence here is the logical result of the search for edible garbage.
You're here for the garbage.
That's right. Colleges produce a lot of garbage. And Harvard produces more than most.
What wit. Inspired, no doubt, by wild turkey. You ask for charity, pleading that society has failed you and you need help. But actually, you're quite capable, and what you really want is alcoholic bliss.
I would rather drink rubbing alcohol than listen to you, if that's what you mean.
And according to the 21st Amendment, you can drink anything you want.
Simon.
Which door do I leave from?
At Harvard, we don't end our sentences with prepositions.
Well, in that case, which door do I leave from?
What democratic eloquence.
You asked the question, sir. Let me answer it. The genius of the Constitution is that it can always be changed. The genius of the Constitution is that it makes no permanent rule other than its faith in the wisdom of ordinary people to govern themselves.
Faith in the wisdom of the people is exactly what makes the Constitution incomplete and crude.
Crude? No, sir. Our founding parents were pompous, middle-aged white farmers, but they were also great men because they knew one thing that all great men should know, that they didn't know everything. They knew they were going to make mistakes, but they made sure to leave a way to correct them. They didn't think of themselves as leaders. They wanted a government of citizens, not royalty. A government of listeners, not lecturers. A government that could change, not stand still. The president isn't an elected king, no matter how many bombs he can drop, because the crude Constitution doesn't trust him. He's a servant of the people. He's a bum, okay, Mr. Pitcairn? He's just a bum. And the only bliss that he's searching for is freedom and justice.
Ready? 5, 6, and. Not quite my tempo. Here we go. 5, 6, and. Downbeat on 18. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, and. Bar 17, the and of 4. Got it? 5, 6, 7. Not quite my tempo. It's all good. No worries. Here we go. 5, 6, 7. You're rushing. Here we go. Ready? Okay. 5, 6, and. Dragging just a hair. Wait for my cue. 5, 6, 7. Rushing. 5, 6, and. Dragging. 5, 6, and. Why do you suppose I just hurled a chair at your head, Neiman?
I don't know.
Sure you do.
The tempo?
Were you rushing or were you dragging?
I don't know.
Start counting.
5, 6, 7.
In 4, damn it! Look at me!
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Now, was I rushing or was I dragging?
No.
Count again.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Rushing or dragging?
Rushing.
So you do know the difference! If you deliberately sabotage my band, I will you like a pig. Now, are you a rusher or are you a dragger? Or are you gonna be on my time?
I'm gonna be on your time.
So what, you don't think I'm mad? Huh? I'm laying up in this hospital an inch away from being paralyzed? You don't think I want to get up out this bed and go catch that...
It's not gonna happen again, not to me!
Carlton, I understand that you're scared, man. But the world can be a scary place. You just gotta learn how to deal with it, all right?
Yeah, well, I found my way.
That's not you, man. That's them.
Look, I didn't come here for your approval, all right? I came here to see how you were. Out of here.
Carlton.
No more hugs, Will.
I saved your life, man. I saved your life. You owe me! Now give me the gun, Carlton. Give me the gun. I saved your life. I want the gun.
How much you weigh, Slim? And you weighed 168 pounds. You were beautiful. You could have been another Billy Kahn. That skunk we got you for the manager, He brought you along too fast.
It wasn't him, Charlie. It was you. You remember that night in the garden? You came down my dressing room and said, "Kid, this ain't your night. We're going for the price on Wilson." You remember that? This ain't your night. My night, I could have taken Wilson apart. So what happens? He gets the title shot outdoors in a ballpark, and what do I get? A one-way ticket to Palookaville. You was my brother, Charlie. You should have looked out for me a little bit. You should have taken care of me just a little bit so I wouldn't have to take them dives for the short-end money.
Well, I had some bets down for you. You saw some money.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. Instead of a bum, which is what I am. Let's face it. It was you, Charlie.